What is up, guys? Down to the Bridge here. In this video, I'm going to be building a mock for each one of these minifigures. I'm going to have 3 different time limits to go along with these mocks as well. I'm going to build one in 10 minutes, one in 30 minutes, and one in an hour. First, for the 10-minute one, I'm going to be building a really cool small-scale Geonosis style mock. When I went to the LEGO store, I picked up a bunch of these cool dark orange plates. These will be really helpful for the mock. Let's get right into it. I started off by building a really cool base with these dark orange 2x6 plates, and then I built this rock column which you see all over Geonosis. Next, I just added a few more details, including just a rough terrain and giving it levels. I added a little hill and just some weeds and plants. In 10 minutes, I was able to create this really cool Geonosis style mock. I included 2 Geonosians and a Geonosis clone trooper. I added a lot of plant brush throughout the whole thing, even though in Geonosis there isn't a lot of whole plants, but it does match. I made those cool towers that you see in Geonosis, and I added a Geonosian flying above trying to attack the Geonosis clone trooper. Overall, I think this turned out awesome and a great little mock. Considering the time limit I had of 10 minutes, I think this mock turned out awesome. I really tried to use some cool building techniques while building this, and I used some studs done on top technique. I think this mock is definitely a big success. Let's move on to the 30-minute one. Next, for the 30-minute mock, I'm going to be building a little workshop and an incinerator. It's going to go great with the Ugnaught species. I started off by building a base utilizing these awesome grate pieces. Then I built this awesome conveyor belt which I'm going to put droid parts on, and then I built this back wall just to square it all off. I added quite a bit of detail to that back wall, and I made an incinerator as well where I put some cool fire details in. This is the build I was able to come up with in a half an hour. I think this looks awesome, from the Ugnaughts to the cool assembly line straight into the incinerator. I think I added a whole lot of detail in droid parts. I added quite a bit of detail at the back here on the wall, and just overall a great little mock. And for a half an hour, I think I did an amazing job. Jam-packed it with detail, figures, figure parts, and I made a cool incinerator. Let me know what you think about this build, but I think for a half an hour, I think this looks awesome. Let's get on to the next one. Next build that's going to take us 1 hour. We are going to be building a cool Kashyyyk mock to fit with this Wookiee. Let's start building. I started off by building a big grass base, and then I started working on the big tree stump for the Wookiee tree fort. I added a little doorway and some interior space and just a lot of detail around the trunk itself. I covered it off quite good and added some interior details like a table and chairs. And then I built up more, adding a lot of plates to cover it off. Then I started adding some vegetation, adding a few dark green leaves. I also made a little meeting spot at the top right of the tree where the Wookiees can hang out as well. I finished this mock off by adding a lot of vegetation and a few Wookiee figures. After around 1 hour of building, closer to 2 hours actually, I came up with this awesome Kashyyyk mock where I made this cool tree fort, and then I added a lot of vegetation to the ground and a pathway going up to it. In Kashyyyk you see these giant trees that basically have like tree forts in them. The Wookiees live in them. So I hollowed out the tree and I have a whole living space in here, and then a meeting area up to the top. And for supposedly an hour of building, I think this looks awesome. But yes, this did take more than an hour, but still such a cool mock, and I'm really happy to have made it. I think that each one of these mocks looks absolutely fantastic, and I think I did a great job with the time given, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour. Let me know down in the comments which mock is your favorite. I think I added character and personality to each one of these mocks, and I really jam-packed them with as much detail as I could for the time period given. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. and I'll catch you in the next one.